Hello, good morning y'all. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is the first video that you are watching. My name is Lauren and I am a second year first grade teacher here in Massachusetts. I'm realizing next year I'll probably start introducing myself as the number of years I've been teaching, but I feel like that information is still relevant. So anyways, today is Friday. Happy Friday. I intended to share a week in my life with y'all this week. However, I started that on Monday. Monday was a normal day-ish. Tuesday, I drove the half hour to school, to the building, because we're online, remote, but I teach from school. As soon as I got here, within 10 minutes, the internet crashed. We were told to teach from home that day, so then I had to turn right back around and drive 30 minutes back home. So I spent the whole hour in the morning just driving around, which was fine. I had a lot of jam sessions.
Can you hear me studying? Come to the office. Thank you.
Sorry. Anyway, so that was Tuesday. I just didn't even have time to start vlogging on Tuesday. So that happened. Then on Wednesday I worked from home and then it was just So I was like, you know what? Let me just make this a really solid day in my life. World's longest intro. Welcome to a day in my life as a teacher, a first grade teacher. We are fully remote. Update on that situation. Last time I vlogged, I told y'all that we had a return to school date for late January. However, where I work, the numbers for COVID are trending in a bad direction, and they're still way off target for having students return to classrooms. So our new return date target is the first couple of weeks of March. The reason I never say the exact date is because I don't want anyone to find where I work, just for student privacy reasons. So anyways, it's in the first 2 weeks of March, which is wild to me because our last day of last school year that students were in the classroom was March 13th. So now I'm really coming to the realization that it could be a full year without students in the room. Anyways, so students are still online. That has changed. Also, some other things that happened this week. On Monday, I was delivered. Hold on, I'm going to turn you around and show y'all. This big thing is actually not a refrigerator. So the mayor where I work was I think given a grant or something, the way I understand it, through the CARES Act. Anyways, they spent almost $1 million to put one of those OptiClean negative air systems into every single classroom in the district. So it's literally this huge thing that purifies the air in my classroom. Y'all, I am so excited. You guys know I was concerned because my classroom doesn't have air conditioning. It doesn't have a window unit or anything, which is a different story when it's just hot and sweaty, that's fine. But it's totally different when we're in a pandemic and I need the air filtration, and my students need that for our safety. So I'm really excited. That came on Monday. Also came on Monday. What also came on Monday, who was a new student. So I'm really excited about that. He has been such a sweet addition to our class. And one of my students was out of district last year in a private school setting, and one that's been here all year. And this student was as well, which I didn't know. But as soon as he came to our class, the OG student was so excited. I know him. He was in my kindergarten class at XYZ school. So they are buddies. So that was funny. The Tuesday situation with the Wi-Fi. Also, big update, things that happened this week. You guys know I'm obsessed with Princess Poppy from Trolls. So here is my latest classroom management hack. For whatever reason, I don't know what possessed me. One day I was at Target and they had this little Princess Poppy figurine, and it was $2. And I keep poppies in my classroom. I have this one. This stuffed one that I'll occasionally hold up or something, or use. But I didn't have any at home, and sometimes my girlies would be where's Poppy? So I bought this one to keep at my home. So then on Tuesday, when we were told to go home and teach from home, for whatever reason, whatever came over me, I decided I was going to be Princess Poppy underneath the document camera. So I would spotlight the document camera and hold Princess Poppy under it really close like this, and be hi, can you help me spell the trick word the? And they thought it was so funny. You know when you're just ridiculous with your first graders because they're little and it's really funny? Okay, so that was Tuesday. Anyway, so then last night I was at Target to buy body wash, and as I'm saying this, it's getting more and more ridiculous to say out loud, but I'm just gonna tell you guys. I was checking out and they had other ones. They had Branch, who is Poppy's man's, if y'all didn't know. And they had this little girl, Barb, who has a mohawk and some really nice lashes going on. I have not seen the Trolls musical movie, so I have no clue about this character. But I've already been practicing my voices for when Branch appears under the document camera today. I feel his voice would sound nice and calm like this. So then Branch will be a document camera buddy sometimes. Haven't quite figured out Barb's voice. I'm gonna have to channel my inner punk rock star, but that's great. I had the, the punk pop phase in middle school, so I got this. But anyways, I'm just really excited about these. I think they're gonna get a really big kick out of it. It's a Friday. I'm in a great mood. I got a hot coffee because y'all roasted me in the comments last time for getting iced coffee, and it was 5 degrees on the way to school today. 5 Fahrenheit, only 5. That fits on one hand. So I got a hot coffee. We're gonna have a fun Friday this afternoon, which means that for the last 2 like small group blocks, we are going to do like 2 breakout rooms. One of them will be, I think, Legos, and then the other one is going to be like watching a show from PBS Kids, and I will ask the para that works with our class to monitor the PBS Kids room and like share her screen to show the episode, and then I will monitor the Lego room. It's just a time for them to like be together and chat and whatnot. So that's this afternoon. Our new schedule is going really well. They stay in the Zoom from 8:45 when I open it. We don't start until 9, but until 3 o'clock when we log off. What I've been doing is putting them in the waiting room for lunch, for the hour-long lunch break, and they just stay in the waiting room and they know not to leave. Then I bring them back. And then in the afternoons, when they are doing like small group and they're like asynchronous differentiated apps, I will pull everyone in from the waiting room and I'll say, okay, 30 minutes on Lexia, go. And I'll put them all into the waiting room. And if they stay in the waiting room in Zoom but open another app on their iPad, when they are in that app, if I pull them back into the meeting and I start saying their name, they still hear your voice. So my students will be in like Lexia and I'll say, hello, it's time for a small group. And they can hear me in Lexia. They think it's so funny because they think I'm like, I don't know, like taking over their iPad, like I'm like hijacking it or something, but they hear my voice and they come back to Zoom and they're like, I heard you. And then we do small group. It's helped a lot with small group attendance and like keeping everyone there till the end of the day. So yeah, that's going really well. I've talked for a really long time, y'all. I apologize. I'm a talker. Welcome to my channel. If you didn't know that, I love the sound of my own voice. So let me show you the slides for today. Actually, they're not done yet. Let me finish the slides for today and then I will show them to you and then we're gonna get going. I already ate my sandwich before I realized that I'm vlogging today, but I had like just a little sub sandwich that I made and I'm eating some Doritos. I took these from Jake's stash. My husband loves like taking like Doritos and Lay's and stuff to lunch with him, and normally I pack his lunch in the morning, and today I packed his lunch and I was like, you know what, that sounds good, I want that too. So sorry babe, took some chips. I'm remembering now why I don't ever get hot coffee. It's because you can't drink it before it goes cold. So you might as well admit defeat and buy the cold coffee that you can drink while it's cold. Because if you buy hot coffee and it gets cold, it's like, not that great. So now I remember that. Probably won't do that again. Anyways, this morning was wonderful. However, it was good. We're just having a little bit of like internet issues at the building. And I've mentioned this before. We're supposed to be teaching from the building, but if you have like extenuating circumstances or a medical reason, excuse, you can work from home. There's only like 4 teachers who teach from the building. So I'm like one of, I think, 2 elementary teachers here in the entire building. And then we have like our middle school that's attached. But anyways, so it's like just me who's here. Teaching, and something about like the bandwidth or the internet. I know it was down on Tuesday. I told you guys that. But apparently the problem was fixed, but maybe not all the way, because I'm not able to show videos like through Zoom because like it's just too slow, like the Zoom is too laggy. Yesterday I actually got kicked out of my Zoom twice, and I was teaching from the building yesterday. They did fine. They just like kind of stood there and like looked at each other and didn't know what to do, and then I like came back. But anyways, so the internet's a little weird, so I wasn't able to show like the counting by tens video warm up that we normally do for math. But they just, we called Jack Hartman Silly Counting Guy, so I told them that I couldn't show them Silly Counting Guy, but I could sing, and they loved that. They thought it was hysterical. So then they told me an animal move, and I did it and counted by tens, and they did it with me. So it was fine, no big deal. But that happened, and then also we were in science, and in my waiting room, it was our literacy coach, our math coach, our assistant principal, and our principal, the quadruple whammy observation. So that was fine. They came in during science when we were talking about, we were doing like the prior knowledge and setting our objective for the day, and then doing our activator of like finding camouflaged animals, because we were talking about what animals need in order to survive. And I thought it went pretty well, and then they were gone, which is fine. So that is how the morning has gone. I just finished, I used the first 20 minutes of our hour-long midday lunch break for reading intervention. I did this in the morning before our schedule changed, but now the student day starts at 9 as soon as like our actual meeting starts, so I don't have any time in the morning to do it with them. So instead I asked the 4 like parents or families of the students if I could do it one day a week during lunch with them for 20 minutes, and they all said yes. So I just worked with the sweetest girl who loves the little trolls, so she read to the trolls. I would like hold Poppy up to the camera and be like, great reading. So we did that. I just ate my sandwich, and now when they come back from the lunch break, it will be time for specials for 30 minutes. And then the afternoon, I use the waiting room again in the same way that like they're in the waiting room now. So let me show you. And I'm in the Zoom, and the paraprofessional that works with our class is also in our Zoom, but like I'm muted, my video's off, and I'm sharing my screen. And in the waiting room, there are 16 people. Those 16 people are my students. So they know if they get put in the waiting room, it's on purpose. They need to stay in the waiting room. So even if they close, go back to their home screen on their iPad and like go into another app, like some of them just really enjoy Lexia or ST Math. That's fine if they want to do that during the lunch break. But then when I bring them back into the meeting, they hear me, they come back, and then in the afternoon we do the same thing. This afternoon, however, I'm only meeting with, I think, 2 reading groups, and then I'm going to bring them back and we'll have our fun Friday. So it's almost time for just a nice fun afternoon. I am going to bring them back in about 10 minutes. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to drink some water, eat some Doritos, and just relax and hang out. So there is that. I will talk to y'all soon. It's the end of the day, and I am not sitting at my desk because I'll show you actually. The window side of my classroom. Notice how I have like some of the little shades pulled down. There's a shade on this window, this window, this window, this window, missing, and that window. This is the one window where the sun is like setting each afternoon, and I just get like absolutely obliterated. By the end of this year, I'm going to have to like bill the district for some filler Botox from all of the like I do from sitting there. It literally, I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that obviously, but it is so stinking bright over there. Last year I had my desk in this corner, which like obviously is still sunny, but it's not as like direct sun right there. It doesn't look like it, but I promise it's less sunny in that corner. However, there's not like enough power sources in that corner of my room for my desk to be there, which is why I am now sitting in the freaking sunniest window. That is a better representation of what it feels like to sit there. Like, do you see that right now? Yeah, that's why I have to sit in the sunniest corner of my room. So I'm happy the day is over and I now get to stand in the shady part of my classroom. I just switched out the calendar to February. There is absolutely no purpose for this because the only reason I started changing it was because they were supposed to come in January, which is why I changed it from like September, which is what it was on before, to January. But now, like, since I put it up, I'm like, well, I have to keep like doing it. And this has like obnoxiously become a thing that I do for myself. I change my little rainbow calendar for myself every day because we all need some normalcy. So I did that. What else did I do? Put away the mentor text for writing and reading this week and got out the mentor text for next week. I've been doing that on Fridays just because like I work from the building and I keep my mentor text here, like in the closet with my curriculum and stuff, but I never know like when they might tell me to work from home. Like if there's an internet issue or if there's snow or anything like that, I could be told to work from home in like a moment's notice. And that has happened this year where I didn't have them with me, which was a bummer. So now on Fridays, I bring home everything I need for the next week. That way, if anything were to happen, oh, a hair, then I'm ready. So I did that. What else did I do? Responded to some emails. I just got the most encouraging email from my new student's mom about like how he's adjusting. So that's amazing. Got an email about that observation today and it went well. It wasn't just me thinking that. It actually did go pretty well. So that is good too, especially when, you know, they bring in like the whole cavalry for an observation. So I'm feeling really good on this Friday afternoon. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's have a little like heart to heart moment. This is like a vlog that I filmed multiple times this year and then have deleted the footage because I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like I just sit in the same place all day long and I don't move, and it's just like clips of me sitting there and talking about the same things over and over. And by the time I like put these vlogs together, these little like daily vlogs or weekly vlogs, I feel like they're boring because I just sit in the same place. We're online, so like I'm using my phone. Now, especially with the all day long schedule, I can't really like film any clips of me teaching because my phone is always in the meeting. So yeah, that's why I haven't been vlogging as much, because I just kind of feel like remote teaching vlogs are boring. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, you can also be honest too. If these aren't your cup of tea, like I feel you. They're not as fun for me to film either, but I'm just gonna put this onto the internet and see how it does and see what y'all think, because yeah, there's your reason for why I haven't been posting as much this year. I do the same thing every day. My slides, like I can only show you my slides so many times before that's boring in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. So anyways, that is my day, and there's the tea on that. But now it is about 3, I can't even see because my watch is dying. It is 3:30, and we, with our new schedule, are allowed to leave at 3:15 on Fridays, so I can skedaddle and head out of here. I have a workout at Orange Theory tonight, and then my plans for this weekend are just to stay inside because the low tomorrow is 0. 0. No degrees. Yeah, you heard that right. So I'm just going to be hanging out this weekend, but I guess I'll be editing and posting this vlog. Let me know if y'all have any questions about anything. I always get questions about my clip art. It is from Creating for the Classroom. What else do I get questions about? My nails. This is a dip powder, so I don't know what it's called. That's all I got. Love you guys. I'm glad you're here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.